second down now. This defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything. And sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? First and 10 in the red zone. On first down, Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run again with one. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Throwing is Brady on third down. And it is incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the second quarter. Miller, the lone setback. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And there's
Here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. On 3rd down, Osweiler gets it to Strong. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The completion. Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. Novak's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The big man, Vince Wilfork, able to get him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This will be caught at about the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. And he's got Fuller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again is Osweiler. Looking for someone to throw to. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Again, Osweiler. It's caught by Shorts. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now, everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Novak's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding. Coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for... So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Zone situation brewing. This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. He's a second. solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that first-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafted, and inserted them into their lineup.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
But I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Novak's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Brady. And incomplete here on third down. Danny Amendola. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Brady gives now the ball. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. Now blown. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Waiting to throw on second down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. Here's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Now Whedon. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A third down, he tried to stay in that. Tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on the wheels.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Going on first down is Brady. And he gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll take this one. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down, 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a long to bring up 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. And I know they're going to be really ticked off. There's a lot.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air boom, that rain can affect us as well.